Welcome. Let's start with one of the super interesting and super important topic, climate of India. Before we move on to climate, let's first briefly understand the difference between what is climate versus weather. So weather is a day-to-day changing phenomena. So we look outside the window, we say today the weather is rainy, today the weather is hot, dry. So that's the classic characteristic of a day-to-day changing phenomena. But what is climate? Climate, on the other hand, is an average which is taken over for a prolonged period of time, and usually the time period which is counted is 20 to 30 years, and on the average of that 20 to 30 years, the climate of a region is determined. So in this section, we would focus specifically on the climatic conditions in India. So if we go on to the map here, you can see the areas where you have the heavy rainfall versus the areas which receive scanty rainfall of less than 50 centimeters in the Thar Desert of India. In contrast to the regions of Meghalaya, where you have more than 1100 centimeters of rainfall, right? Again, on the Ghat area, the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats, and as well as the Meghalaya area of Garo, Khasi and Jaintia, in each of these hills, there is a windward side versus a leeward side. Windward side is the side which strikes with the mountain. So let's say you have a mountain here, clouds coming up from this side. So they would get obstructed by the mountain and pour on this side. So this side becomes the windward side. The other side, which is the leeward side, now the clouds have already emptied in simple sense. So when they are crossing this region would be the region which would receive relatively lesser rainfall, and therefore it is called as the leeward side. So in every case, when you have the monsoonal winds coming in, we'll talk about what is monsoon and monsoon winds in a while. But the idea is the windward side would receive more rainfall as compared to the leeward side. So if you have any cities, any places based on the windward side, leeward side, stating that this receives more rainfall, this receives less rainfall, that can be a simple explanation to it. Now, moreover, India is a land through which the Tropic of Cancer passes, and here is the line for the Tropic of Cancer as we see, right? Now this line of Tropic of Cancer that you can see here, actually, let me change the color. Okay, so this is the line of the Tropic of Cancer. Now this Tropic of Cancer divides the country into two. We call it as the northern temperate climatic conditions, however the southern tropical climatic conditions. Okay, now what is important is the monsoon phenomena, which is the reversal of wind, comes from the Arabic word mausim, which means season. So it is basically the alternation of the seasons and reversal of winds. So you would have 6 months where you would have the southwest influence of the southwest monsoon, and the remaining ones where you would have the influence of the retreating or the northeast monsoon. Now, as we understand that western coast receives the maximum summer rainfall, however the eastern coast receives the rainfall because of the winter rain. So this rainfall is due to the northeast monsoon or the retreating monsoon, however the western coast receives the rainfall because of the southwest monsoon. Don't worry about each of the terms, we'll be explaining these terms as we proceed, but this is just to give you an overview picture. Now, when we have the southwest monsoon hitting the from the Arabian Sea hitting the western coast, we have maximum rainfall that can be attributed in this region. However, the retreating monsoon, which actually strikes back and returns, is responsible for the winter rain. Now, winter rain, though it is found in scanty or limited places, it is and the rainfall amount is torrential in certain circumstances, but is average in other circumstances, is extremely considered good for cultivation of rabi crops, that we would understand in a section on agriculture. But also to understand the northern parts of India, that's the Himalayan belt, it gets its snowfall in winter, and the south experiences this rain, which is usually seen in the winter months, right? So in the north, the snowfall, it's because of the western disturbances. So we'll understand how western disturbances also affects the northeast monsoon, right? So this is a brief overview. Now, first of all, the factors that affect the climate, right? So factors affecting the climate are numerous. So let's go through these one by one. So the location of the place, how far it is from the Tropic of Cancer or from the equator, that would determine the climatic condition of that region. So as we already said, the Tropic of Cancer, above that it's northern temperate climatic conditions, below that it is southern tropical conditions. Clear? The next is Himalayas. Himalayas actually act as a barrier to obstruct the northern cold waves coming from the region of Siberia. Okay, they also intercept the rain-bearing clouds which are coming from the southwest, and they don't allow those clouds to go beyond. So they obstruct the southwest monsoons and therefore are responsible for the rainfall in the Indo-Gangetic plain as well, right? The next is altitude, the height above the sea level. So with every 1 degree Celsius, with every 166 meters rise, you have a drop in the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. And that means higher altitudes are relatively more cold as compared to the areas which are at a relatively lesser height or in the plain areas. So again, height or altitude matters. The next is the distance from the sea. We have seen that how far it is matters. For example, the interior of India would experience the continental type of climate. However, the coastal areas would experience marine type of climate. Now, when there is a continental type of climate, the range can be around 20 degrees Celsius for the highest and the lowest, the gap between that. That's the temperature range. However, in the case of marine, this range varies from 3 to 5 degrees Celsius. So again, very, very important to note. The next is western disturbances or cyclones. Now, western disturbances or cyclones are important because these are generated by the westerlies. Now, westerlies actually inflow when there is a low pressure